Sponsor of this video is Incogni, more on them a little bit later. Don't mind the bunnies just there. They got a little bit tipsy last night, they got a little bit wild. They're just relaxing today. Hi, I'm Mickey, and if you're wondering why I am trying so hard right now with my fit, it's because I have a date later on today, and I really don't want to fumble it. Today's video is on what the hell does estrogen do? What does it even do? If I take it, what happens? What happens to my body and my brain and my soul and my aura? Do I become cool? No. I've talked about this in some other form, I think, probably many a time on this channel. There's only so much trans stuff to talk about, but I don't think I've talked about it like this. I don't think that I've gone through what happens first and what you can expect. Little brief timeline. Let's do it. Let's do it. Asher, edit something cool.
Okay, well I've got this file called Pay Bills, so I guess let's just see what that's about.
Trans people, often faced with a few difficulties in life, just a few. I personally have had experience with people who are less than happy about my existence online, try to find pre-transition information, photos, accounts, anything. They will look around for things online that may still be there that I haven't deleted or I don't know about to try and hurt me. I'm very happy to partner with Incogni because it's an incredibly useful tool for keeping your information private whilst navigating the online world. Whilst data brokers who gather your information and sell it on to the next person are everywhere, it's a global issue. In the US specifically, there are things called search sites. Literally how it sounds, you can search up a person and buy their information. As much as they have on that person, you can own. Incogni reaches out to data brokers on your behalf. They pretty much do everything for you. They go, please, Mr. Data Broker, get rid of this. And it's gone, and your online information is private again. If you have a yearly subscription with them, it will just keep on ticking. It will keep your information private for as long as you're with them. It just keeps on deleting stuff that you may accidentally leave behind you. If you use the code BIGICKY, which is pinned in the comments, so you can copy paste it, you get 60% off for your yearly subscription, which is awesome. The link is in the description below if you want to try it, and Incogni has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you know there's no real risk to try it. You can always get that money back if it's not for you. What the hell does estrogen do? I know a little bit, I know a lot. I used to, before I got on antidepressants, so my entire life, have health anxiety. So I would go crazy trying to learn everything about anything that was going into my body. Don't. No.
That's what she said.
I had learned about estrogen and HRT and what it does, and then I took that magical OCD-infused, really unhealthy knowledge and I put it into a document, a PDF, and you can download it and you can learn lots and lots and lots about it. It's on my link tree in my Instagram, and people could download it for free or they could donate if they have swag as hell. Do people still say swag? Did people ever? Some people are under the mistaken thinking that all HRT does is, you know, in the case of male to female, give you boobies. And as we know, that is not always the case. It does a lot more than that. It changes way more than you think. The first one is boobs. Not that they're like spraying out and you're like, wow, on the first day, but it is within like the first week, you will start noticing a little breast bud. I don't like that I was doing this. You'll notice breast buds. They are tiny little buds that are the boob starting containment unit. They are the start of a breast forming. They hurt a lot. They're gonna be lumpy, bumpy. They're not gonna be very even. One will be bigger than the other. That's all normal. You are in the early stages of what is like puberty, you know? It is puberty again, but you're more than likely a grown-up. It'll feel weird, but that is natural. You don't have to worry until, you know, you're at my point. Boobs grow for like 10 years. That's 5. 10 years. This is my 5th year right now, and mine still hurt, which, false hope, maybe they're growing. I went to a boob doctor in one of my old videos, and they said maybe they're still growing and there's nothing wrong and we don't have to remove anything from inside your boobies. Because if they take stuff out, what is left? These breast buds come on really quickly. It will be within the first month. They don't really require your hormones to be fully leveled out. A bunch of the changes kind of require your testosterone to be lower than your estrogen, or mostly estrogen dominant, or at least your T coming down. And that doesn't really happen for most people because a lot of places underprescribe to start with, just to see like the absolute lowest dose that you can go on and still get changes. There are varying kind of reports on how painful it is. I didn't have too much of a struggle, but some people have said that like even light touches just absolutely obliterate them. So be careful with your newly forming boobies, please. They are delicate, just like you. Subscribe. The next early change is skin softening. Your skin within the first month or two will become really soft, like girl skin. I don't really know how to explain it. Actually, yes, I do. Girl skin is soft because under the surface of your skin, you have more, what is it?
Subcutaneous.
Women have more subcutaneous fat, and men usually have more visceral fat. Visceral is the bad one. It's around your organs, and it's the one that makes you die. I forgot.
Subcutaneous.
Subcutaneous is closer to the surface of your skin. It's away from your essential organs, and it makes things like skin soft and hip shape and waist and all the nice, tasty, juicy things that pretty girls like you have. Along with that, your skin does get thinner. So you might be able to see spider veins through your legs, which are just tiny little collapsed veins. They're not really a problem, they're just a cosmetic thing. Obviously, there are things like fat distribution. It's called fat redistribution when we talk about it in transitioning, of like your fat going from male places to female places. That's not strictly true. That does happen. It does redistribute, but it doesn't move around your body. That would be gross. That'd be horrible. What happens is you start to burn off the fat in the male areas and store more fat in the female areas, like your ass and your hips and your boobies. If you start taking HRT, you will very quickly learn that it is not surface level. It will change your brain. It will change your personality a little bit. Like, I was kind of adamant that it wouldn't change my personality. Estrogen is not going to change me like that. And it definitely did. In some ways, I am the same as I was. I like the same things. But in much larger ways, I am very different. The way I've experienced the transition is that parts of myself I didn't understand, or parts of myself that were really buried, are now free to come out. Like, you have that weird toxic masculinity where you can't enjoy certain things because it's not masculine or whatever. And then when you start to transition, that kind of goes. So the social pressure isn't there. You can do whatever the hell you like. You can enjoy candles and teddy bears. Boys should enjoy them too. They're cool. Bunnies are cool. They're still hungover. Get a grip. Women have body hair too, but it gets softer and easier to shave, less like intense and dark. I can let my legs grow out for like 3 weeks and it would take forever. That's not even nearly enough to get it to where it used to be. It just kind of changes the pattern of how your hair grows. Unfortunately, estrogen makes hair grow faster. So your hair, while getting softer and easier to shave, it will grow back faster. It also can change your eye color. It lightens it because testosterone darkens your eye color. And in some cases, it can make your eyes weaker. It made my eyesight worse because it changes the shape of your eye, which is crazy. If you're in America and you have an injection, I am jealous. It's an incredibly effective way to take HRTs, take estrogen, and it produces big changes quite quickly. I wouldn't worry if you can't have access to injections. All estrogen is effective in transitioning you. You don't need a specific one to actually transition. They will all do it. Gel, patches, pills, injections, implant, whatever happens, it will make changes. So you'll get most of your changes within the first 3 years. It's kind of like you speed run those 3 years and then you have transitioned and all the other years are like bonuses. Like, oh my god, they're still growing, or oh my god, my skin's so soft, and wow. It's worth noting that most of the changes on HRT are completely reversible. There is no guarantee that if you were to stop HRT, you would get your fertility back. Fertility is one thing that you will lose, so it is important to maybe back that up, which sounds super weird. Put it into storage if you think that you might want biological children in the future. If not, go crazy, but there's no guarantee that upon potentially stopping HRT, that fertility will come back. It is a thing that happens. There's definitely examples of it coming back within like 6 months or a year, but it's not at all guaranteed. You might lose it forever, so that is a risk of taking HRT if you're not 1000% sure, but most of the time, most trans women don't really worry about that. You do need a lot of calories for puberty, and this is a puberty, so have that fucking cookie, have that ice cream, have healthy granola. It does have a lot of added sugar, crunchy and delicious, or you can have fruit. I have a lot of berries. Did I mention this last week, but I'm really, really into granola. It is taking over my life. That was another video where we talked about stuff and did things. I'm sure that that was maybe helpful, but I know for a fact that it was very well edited. Thank you, Asha.
You're welcome.
I might talk about this more in the future because there are tons of changes and I could only go through these ones without this video being 100 million years long. And I don't have time for that. I have to leave in half an hour because I have a date. Ugh, do I look okay? I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay, eat your granola, subscribe to the channel, watch the streams, buy the clothes. I'm hungry. They butchered my bangs in the hairdressers. I've got female manipulator bangs right now. Oh, my hair's red as well. Yeah. Big thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this week's video. Remember to go into the description and click the link and get a cool discount. Bye.